So let's imagine you're sitting on one of these seats, and this 70-ton aircraft is now about to land in one of the world's most difficult airfields. You have mountains all the way up to 22,000 feet all around you, below you, ahead of you. But you know the airfield's ahead, even though you can't see anything. Out of nowhere, you feel a lot of turbulence. The turbulence is hitting you so hard that you can't really think straight. But you trust your machine. You're going straight ahead. And very soon enough, you realize something sounds wrong in the background. That's when you know the aircraft is overspeeding. It's underspeeding. You don't know what's going on because one of the most important sensors in your aircraft, which is the airspeed indicator, is not showing you the correct speed. Imagine driving a car without your speedometer in the air. Yes. And after all of this, there is this sound. Think about the engines. You have like okay, anyways. So you give power to the engines, you're trying to make the aircraft work just like I'm trying to make the slide work. Me too. As you move ahead, the aircraft tells you you're overspeeding. Long story short, it's very distracting. And you have no idea what the aircraft is doing. Yet, you continue to do your job. You're doing your checklist one by one. You're doing what you're trained for since so many years. And you're just a machine inside a 70-ton machine. How do you know what to decide? How do you know what is the right step to do? How do you know where to go from here? Of course, it's something that you decide. And the pilots of this particular flight decided to do a go around. For those not familiar with it, this is what a go around looks like. It's basically an aircraft coming into land. And because of some uncertain conditions, you decide to take off again without touching the ground. Now, in what situation would a pilot choose to do this? अकल तो इसी बात में है ना कि जहाज के साथ कोई दिक्कत है तो आप भाई नीचे आ, ऊपर कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. For those who didn't understand Hindi, it makes sense to land the aircraft if something's wrong here. Why are you going back up? You're going back up because you're unsure. You don't know if your aircraft is going to land or it's going to crash. You don't know what's outside. However, you trust your machine and you do a go around, hoping you'll be in a good place. Now, in this particular situation, we have two factors into play. First one being hope, which is a very normal human feeling. All of us are always hopeful. Bandi pad jayegi, pass ho jaunga, naukri lag jayegi, right? And the second factor is decision. Now let's talk about decision. What time is it? It's around 11:30, 12. We've just reached the noon and we've already made thousands of decisions throughout the day till today, till this point. All of us here, not just me, not just because I'm a pilot, all of you as well. What time will I wake up? What will I eat? What will I wear? How is my hair going to be? Aaj gel lagao, makeup karo, nahi karo? All of that. Every single thing is a decision. Do I eat unhealthy breakfast or do I stick to my diet? Long story short, according to Google, which I also got to know last night only when I was writing my speech, an average adult makes 35,000 decisions in a single day. 35,000. That's a very big number. You can't even count all the decisions on your fingers. Little kid, I'll come to your doubt very soon. Yeah. So coming back. Now, decision. Talking about decision. How do you make a decision? How do you reach a decision? Obviously, there are many aspects to it. And the top one being preparation. If you have prepared for a situation like this, what we just saw, you are able to decide a lot faster. You're able to conclude a lot faster. What counts as a critical aid in the cockpit, which is decision making, comes very naturally to all of us. This little kid right here did not ask his mother or guardian before putting his hand up because it comes very naturally to him. Actions, they are working in your subconscious. Your decisions, they are made in your subconscious. However, you enact them only when you choose to enact them. So, what I want to tell you here is life, honestly, will give every single person in this room a chance to be a pilot. This uniform does not make me a pilot. My traits do. And a decision like this, where the aircraft should land or should be taken around for another spin and then do another landing, will be in your hands. Now, the kids here told me to share few instances from my training days to make it fun. So it's a long training, 2 years long, and I cannot add all of the fun instances. हमने बहुत cricket खेला, बहुत मस्ती करी है backstage. Okay, but coming to the one thing that I learned out of that training is that there is a pilot within. There is a decision maker within. There is a situation handler within all of us. And life, God, we, all of us, will get a chance to either go around or land. In case you're ever in a situation where you feel not really sure, I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not. What may be the consequences? I have a right feeling about this, yeah. Red flag. In that case, just go around. Take a breather. Do another spin, do another circuit, come back, land in a while. But do not do something wrong under pressure, which is the first lesson that we are taught as pilots, to stay calm. And this particular decision saved their lives. Now, obviously, if what you're wearing today or what you're eating today does not make or break someone's life, doesn't mean it's not as important as the work of a pilot, because it makes your life. So now, coming back, I'll share a little incident of about my life, which goes back in the 2015s when I got my board results. And I barely passed in maths. And this is something that I'm telling on stage for the first time. Can anyone here guess my marks in mathematics? 56. You think I'm too intelligent? I said I barely passed. Yeah, so whoever said 34 plus 3. I scored 37 in maths. 37. तालियां नहीं बताते यार ऐसे. Thank you. Very good post. 2015 में चाहिए था. So I scored really bad. I was in my room, sad, depressed for a whole week. What just happened? And the reason was, I just didn't prepare well. I thought I'm just going to handle it in the end. No preparation, no decision, overconfidence. It's called the snowball effect in aviation. One wrong decision, the snowball keeps going. Another wrong decision, and one more, and one more. You eventually land up in a situation which you're not happy with. What did I do? I did a go around. My family told me, are you sure with that bad marks you want to be a pilot? Obviously, I questioned myself for a week. And then I said, yes, I'm sure. I failed at something, didn't literally fail, but like passed with bad marks. So if I passed with 4 marks, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to do well in this field. And I'm going to be the best pilot any aircraft can ever have. Which is why, very soon enough, I cleared all of my exams, topped all of my exams, Yes, including navigation, which is all maths. And thank you. I completed my flying. I got my solo. I got on the aircraft. I did everything that a prodigy in aviation field should do. However, standing here today, I don't call myself a success because of those flying hours or because of those trainings. I call myself a success because of the go around I did after I hit rock bottom. So, this is an aviator telling all of you, if you're not comfortable landing, may you always have the courage in you to go around. May you always have the strength to make it work. If not plan A, plan B. If not plan B, plan C. My mama used to say when I was young, Prachi, what do you want to do in life? I don't know. I like to watch TV. I like to play. Okay, even if you just want to watch TV for the rest of your life, you better watch it like someone can watch it. She used to say, your eyes should bleed. That's how good you should watch TV. Obviously, bacha, don't watch TV. But point is, if you're doing something, do it to your maximum level. Don't leave chances. And think like a pilot. In case any one of you want to be a pilot, think like a pilot, even if none of you want to be a pilot, because it's not a career, it's a life skill, it's a trait. And I'm endorsing this today because I got this stage to talk to all of you. And all the best. May I wish you all luck.